What's up, folks? I'm Ott, by the way, and welcome back to my little Pokemon Fakemon redesign challenge thing. I have a couple episodes of this up already, but basically, I have these little these little bootleg Pokemon, that I ordered forever ago, that I've been sorting my way through, and redrawing based off of their little weird quirks. Sometimes, other times, I usually just go for a random design that seems more close to like an actual variant on a real life animal. So I've done like piebald, leucistic, albino, stuff like that. And I'm still working my way down the list for both these random Pokemon and those traits. So yes, I'm going to draw 3 Pokemon from this bag, drawstring bag, which I have too many of, and we are going to basically see what we get and then like draw them, obviously. I'm actually recording this a little bit early in the week for me. Okay, first selection. Oh, it's biblically accurate Pikachu. Enhance! Yes! Oh my gosh. Be not afraid. Okay. Microphone. Interesting. I'm gonna have to see how I can play with that, honestly. Okay. Next selection. This guy. Psy. It's a pretty accurate Psyduck. Enhance. I don't know what to do with a Psyduck. I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna do with the Pikachu either, but like it looks pretty decent. Obviously still bootleg, but like there's nothing in particular that stands out about its goofiness other than maybe its eyes. I'll have to find some weird, cool duck variants. Alright. And our last selection for today. Enhance. Oh, he's so goofy. Oh no. Poor baby. He didn't get all of his colors put in. Okay. So we got a messed up Totodile, a relatively accurate looking Psyduck, and biblically accurate Pikachu. Yes. Seraph Pikachu. At that, I'm probably gonna hop over to Speed Paint voiceover and see what I can make of them from there. Alright, first up we have our biblically accurate Pikachu, as I called them, our little weird baby that seems to have several misprinted eyes. I thought it would be fun to use kind of a pointed variant on this one. The patterning is similar to that of a Siamese cat, but fancy mice and rats can actually have and be bred for this coat variant. They also can have red eyes, similar to how Siamese cats tend to have blue eyes. It's just a low pigment thing. I went for kind of a static look, but I did it to kind of emphasize that this little guy is maybe just a little bit weird. Don't worry about those suspiciously eye-like dots. I said don't worry about it! But really, and you'll see what I mean, but this whole lineup wound up a little strange and cursed, in like the best way. I'm so here for it. Along with lightening the main fur color, I also wound up making the cheeks and nose pink. The ears still have a black tip, but it fades into the brown gradient for the pointed look. And of course, I added a little brown on the muzzle too. And some white on the belly just to give it a little bit more like separation and oomph. It always feels like there's just like not a lot going on with Pikachu like in the front. I decided to name this guy Seraph, and he's that little pet that you love probably because you're pretty sure they're secretly an eldritch creature visiting our plane of existence, and you know, not despite it. Next up, I went for the relatively okay looking Psyduck, all things considered. His eyes are a bit wonky, yes, but that really kind of tracks. So I decided to go with the route of another subspecies variation and made a green-headed mallard Psyduck. I don't know if it was just the Daffy Duck vibes, but something in me wanted to see a mad duck. This poor guy has a headache, yes, but he is upset about it. He is making it your problem. I decided to name this poor guy Grumpy because of it. Don't worry, buddy, your psionic abilities will let you commit atrocities without a migraine someday. But maybe then you'll also be a bit less angry. Grumpy takes me as like that duck on the pond that's always biting people, but is also like a local legend, and if anything were to happen to him, there would be blood. Finally, we have the quite messed up Totodile. I spent some time looking up things about reptiles for this one, and what I ultimately landed on seems to be possible, but doesn't quite seem to exist. I made her axanthic. From what I gathered, where albinism in reptiles prevents darker and cooler colors, axanthic morphs prevent yellow and red shades, making them basically monochromatic. Crocodiles or alligators, depending on what step you're on, don't really have a lot of morphs beyond albinism, which is already rare because they're obviously not very well suited to be pets, and these morphs are usually encouraged by breeders and not something that you would see in the wild because it would probably mess with their camouflage. That being said, I don't know if they even can have the trait because it's never been, sought after. Overall, I'm leaving a little bit of fantasy here just for the specific lizard that we're dealing with. I made some cool ghost-like patterns around her body, so I decided to name her Ghost. She kind of reminds me of Skeledirge, like Coco's last step, with the skull patterning that she has on her head. Maybe she's also a ghost type? I could see her being the main of some, like, gothic or emo character. Maybe even, like, a bad guy rival with Hello, Silver, and Guzma. And, of course, Ghost tries her best to act all spooky, despite just being, like, an excitable little baby Totodile. Probably a parallel to an enemy turned friend later on. Loving her is, like, her trainer's one redeeming trait early on. But those are my 3 Pokemon selections from this week's draw. Which one do you like the best? I'm partial toward Ghost right now, but I like all of them. I always like all of them. I hope that you liked this video. Be sure to give it a like if you do, and you can always let me know what other fun art challenges you'd maybe like to see me do in the future. I do more than Pokemon stuff. Surprisingly, obviously this does the best. And of course you can subscribe to see me do those in the future. At that though, I'm gonna leave this here, and I'll see y'all next time.